Hello, friends. I'm your dentist, Dr. Aarti Shinde. I hope you all are safe and healthy at your homes. Today, I have come up with a very important and interesting topic, that is oral manifestations of COVID 19. As we all know, oral health is a pivotal sign of overall health well being and quality of life. With the emergence of COVID-19 pandemic caused by the severe acute respiratory syndrome coronavirus 2, insights into the relationship between COVID and oral health diseases are urgently needed to elucidate the oral manifestations of COVID. At the beginning of COVID-19 pandemic, it was assumed that lack of oral involvement is a differentiating feature of COVID-19. The COVID-19, novel coronavirus 2, has been detected from saliva also, and it has been demonstrated that the RT-PCR from saliva can even be more sensitive test in a comparison with the nasopharyngeal test. Further, ACE2 has been found in oral mucosa, especially with the more density also. So let's see what are the oral manifestations of COVID 19. As you all know, coronavirus disease is an infectious disease caused by a newly discovered coronavirus, and the virus spreads primarily through droplets of saliva or discharge from the nose when an infected person coughs or sneezes. COVID-19 affects different people in a different ways actually. Most infected people will develop mild to moderate illness and recover without hospitalization. But we can see very most common symptoms like a fever, dry cough, tiredness. Less common symptoms are like body aches or pains, sore throat, diarrhea, conjunctivitis, headache, loss of taste and smell, rashes on skin, or a discoloration of a fingers or toes. Okay. Now, being a practicing dentist, I can see the some of these oral manifestations at my clinic also, and I have seen there is a data also now have come up with these oral common oral manifestations like gingival inflammation, xerostomia, that is a dry mouth. Most of you can have observed it during the recovery of COVID or post recovery also. Oral ulcerations or COVID tongue is cracked teeth syndrome, loss of taste and smell, and the last but very important, opportunistic fungal infections. Now, you must be thinking, how can it be possible? How COVID 19 is affecting oral health? As you all are, since last 1.5 year, you have been reading in newspaper or you are watching news, you are listening all these things. That is, COVID 19 is primarily affecting lung. But why these oral manifestations are there? So here this is the answer. In the next slide we can see. Studies suggest that the mouth might be the most vulnerable area to this virus due to the abundance of ACE2 receptor, that is angiotensin converting enzymes, in oral tissue. The ACE2 receptor has been well documented to be the target receptor of the SARS CoV 2 virus and the portal of entry into the human cell. Basically, angiotensin converting enzyme, it actually controls the blood pressure by regulating the volume of fluids in the body. So, a new preprint study found that compared with other oral tissues, cells of the salivary glands tongue, and tonsils carry the most RNA linked to proteins that is the SARS-CoV-2 virus needs to infect the cells. Namely, these includes the SE2 receptor and an enzyme called transmembrane protease serine 2, which allows the virus to fuse its membrane with that of the most cell and slip inside. So this is the reason why oral manifestations are there. In a simple term, if I can tell you, the SARS-CoV-2 virus is entering through oral cavity because of there are highly ACE2 receptors, which actually novel coronavirus 2 is actually binding with that receptor, and that receptor is found in saliva. So this is the reason why oral manifestations are there. Now we'll see one by one how those manifestations are occurring, how the things are going actually during COVID and post-COVID in oral cavity. Gingival inflammation. Bleeding and inflammation in oral tissues have been suggested to be a result of a generalized increase in inflammation due to elevated levels of cytokines and interleukins. COVID 19 disease severity has been linked to an immune dysregulation, basically. So it leads to cytokine storms. Basic signs and symptoms of gingival inflammation are gingival redness, gum bleeding, and gum swelling. Xerostomia, that is dry mouth. There are multiple reasons behind the dry mouth. One, it can be due to wearing a mask for a longer period of time. Mouth breathing can desiccate oral tissue, especially without frequent hydration. Also, American Dental Association states that novel coronavirus infection of the salivary glands can influence both the quality and quantity of saliva being produced. So it has been advised you to keep yourself hydrated to avoid the risk of dry mouth. The next one is very common. We can see oral ulceration or COVID tongue, as you must have heard about COVID tongue and all. So ulceration and tissue damage can be further exacerbated by increased inflammation and upregulation in inflammatory markers due to the SARS-CoV-2. So vascularity anomalies due to viral damages of blood vessels. You can see the symptoms like tongue bumps and tongue swelling also. The virus gains entry into the endothelial cells that line blood vessels via ACE2 receptors and damages them, leading to situation of oxygen deprivation. It reduces the oxygen level actually, so the tissue necrosis including oral ulcerations can be the result of vessel damage. Cracked teeth syndrome. An article published in September 2020 in the New York Times discussed the phenomena of a dentist seeing a tremendous increase in a patients presenting to their practices with the fractured teeth during this pandemic. Increase in bruxism, that means a teeth grinding and clenching, as the most likely culprit. Psychological stress from the pandemic could have a major role in stress related tooth fractures. Sleep deprivation or obstructive sleep apnea could also result in a bruxism and cracked teeth. Loss of smell and taste. Sudden onset in loss of taste and smell are two symptoms that can be the earliest indications of a COVID 19. An average of 47% of individuals who test positive for COVID 19 can have subjective complaints of a taste and smell loss, particularly in a mild or asymptomatic cases. The mechanism behind this loss is suspected to be a viral disruption of a cranial nerves as well as a supporting cells of a neural transmission. Now, the last but most important opportunistic fungal infections like candidiasis, mucormycosis, aspergillosis, cryptococcosis. There may not be immunocompromised conditions, but immunosuppressants can lead to opportunistic infections. Basically, there are two types of opportunistic infections. The one is super infections, the other one is immunosuppressions. So, super infections basically due to excessive antibiotics or any pre existing respiratory pathology. The immunosuppressions are due to excessive steroids or pre existing diabetes mellitus, uncontrolled diabetes mellitus, or it's a induced diabetes mellitus due to COVID. Also, it's due to immune dysregulations. Oral candidiasis or oral thrush is nothing but an yeast or a fungi infection that develops on the mucous membranes of the mouth. Patient complains of sensitivity, burning sensation, and dysphagia. So basically, white membranous patches spread over the tongue, dorsum, or mouth floor, and a soft palate. Oral candidiasis has been consistently recorded in severely affected COVID 19 patients, especially the ones with the predisposing comorbidities, that is, there are multiple already underlying medical conditions having and antibiotics intake. Now, the most awaited term, that is a mucormycosis or a black fungus. You all have must heard about it through a news channels from social media. That is, it's a very upcoming threatening infections, fungal infection occurring in a COVID patient or recovered COVID patients also. So let's see what is mucormycosis. It's a type of fungal infection. Basically, it's relatively rare but also very serious. There are multiple reasons behind the mucormycosis, behind this black fungus. It can be due to prolonged stay in ICU could lead to get the infection. It can be due to nasal intubations. It can be due to generalized hypoxia in a pneumonia, because all tissues are in a state of hypoxia, lose their fighting potential, so ultimately results susceptible for a fungal infection. It can be due to thromboembolism, because a thromboembolism itself causes obstruction in a blood vessels. So uremia, this is the most important thing. High glucose level is leading to this condition. These are oral signs and symptoms of a mucormycosis, that is a mobile teeth or a sudden loosening of a teeth. It's a palatal or a nasal mucosa necrosis, perforation in a palatal mucosa. Antrum signs and symptoms are sinusitis, nasal bleeding, nasal blockage, dry nasal blockage, specifically I can say is a sputum discharge or a unilateral facial swelling. Very important ocular signs and symptoms. It's a orbital swelling, unilateral orbital swelling, restricted eye bone movement, double vision, vision disturbances, or in extreme cases, loss of vision. Mucormycosis can be diagnosed by MRI or a CT scan. It will be suggested by your doctor, by your surgeon. There are only two measures to manage the mucormycosis: surgical and medicinal. Now you will ask, what can be done to prevent mucormycosis from developing? I would say currently there are no visible measures for its prevention. Rather, early detection is the best. Some of the things advocated for prevention, those are gargles or a nasal douching with the betadine solution. So also I would add in this the strict control of diabetes mellitus is also you can take care to prevent or to develop the mucormycosis. I would request one and all, get the post-COVID dental checkup done to prevent or for the early diagnosis of any kind of oral manifestation due to COVID. Because dental health is every bit as important to maintain your general health. To get more updates from us, please like us, share us, and subscribe us. Stay home, stay safe. Thank you.